Well, good morning. Hey everybody. How you doing? Monday morning love stream here at Morty's Diner. This morning we're having eggs Benedict, coffee, and some melon pieces or melon chunks, I guess you could say. Cantaloupe and honeydew in a little dish. Boy, that's delicious. Mm-hmm. Well, oh, look at this. Rich Mitch is here. Yes, this is the Monday morning love stream. And yes, she's shaking it, baby. Who the fike is the Benedict from Eggs Benedict? You know, that's a good question for this channel. Let's look it up. Let's get an answer for your question. I'll put in who is Eggs Benedict? All right. It says the dish is believed to have originated in New York City. A common American breakfast or brunch dish consisting of two halves of an English muffin, each topped with Canadian bacon or sliced ham, a poached egg, and hollandaise sauce. There are conflicting accounts as to the origin of Eggs Benedict. Delmonico's, a famous New York restaurant at that time, Delmonico's in Lower Manhattan says on its menu that, quote, Eggs Benedict was first created in our ovens in 1860. One of its former chefs, Charles Ranhofer, also published the recipe for eggs a la Benedict in 1894. In an interview recorded in Talk of the Town, a column in the New Yorker magazine, in 1942, the year before his death, Lemuel Benedict, a retired Wall Street broker, said that he had wandered into the Waldorf Hotel in 1894 and, hoping to find a cure for his morning hangover, ordered buttered toast, poached eggs, crisp bacon, and a hooker of hollandaise. Oscar Shinsky, the maître d'hôtel, was so impressed with the dish that he put it on the breakfast and luncheon menus, but substituted ham for the bacon and a toasted English muffin for the toast. A later claim to the creation of Eggs Benedict was circuitously made by Edward P. Montgomery on behalf of Commodore E. C. Benedict. In 1967, Montgomery wrote a letter to the then New York Times food columnist Craig Claiborne, which included a recipe he said he had received through his uncle, a friend of the Commodore. Commodore Benedict's recipe, by way of Montgomery, varies greatly from Ranhofer's version, particularly in the hollandaise sauce preparation, calling for the addition of a hot, hard-cooked egg and ham mixture. The modern version differs slightly from these early versions and has a split English muffin topped with Canadian bacon or ham, lightly poached egg, and covered in hollandaise sauce, which is made from eggs, lemon, and melted butter. I think that's a pretty good answer. That was a Wikipedia. Good morning, Patel Philippe. Morty, can one be named Pontiff without a single Patek Philippe in their possession? What has the world come to? Can one be named Pontiff without... No, the answer is no. Okay, Rich. A what of who? I don't know what that means. And Pavel, good morning, channel member Pavel. And this morning's show is entitled Morty's Visit to McDonald's, Proof of Coffee. This is the Monday morning love stream. Yeah, a hooker of hollandaise sauce. I don't know that term either. It must be from that period, around 1900. I'm assuming it means just a little dish of... Well, clearly that's what it means. It doesn't mean a hooker off of the street holding some hollandaise sauce, Though then again, we can't rule that out. Orban Colossus, good morning. Not a channel member, I just noticed. The Commodore was a good character in the series Boardwalk Empire. I don't recall that character, Forbin, but yesterday or last night I was watching some clips of Boardwalk Empire. And, I've read a lot about that period of gangsterism in the U.S., like, the early 1900s, turn of the century in New York City, up through the 20s and 30s, Prohibition era. I don't know how many videos and stories I've read about all that. And I really like the idea for Boardwalk Empire. And the characters are, based on real names, and some of the situations are adapted from reality. And I was thinking, boy, that might be a fun show to watch all the way through. Steve Buscemi was an odd yet interesting choice to play Nookie Thompson. I'm sure he must have thought that when he got the call from the producer, to play that role. But he carried it off, and I don't have the money to buy the box set or watch it on Amazon Prime, but maybe in the future I'll be able to see the whole thing. Rich, to Patel, I'm seriously considering an Alpine Eagle 41 blue dial. Thoughts? Oh, he's asking a watch question without a 99-cent super chat. Well, starting off the love stream, so okay. Patel, I prefer more traditional pieces from Chopard, like their LUC lineup, especially the Quattro line. I'm very familiar with that lineup, and the LUC Chopards, I like them very much. That is my first choice if I were to spend a whopping amount of money on a watch. I've mentioned this many, many times. I visited the Chopard boutique in Las Vegas years ago, and they had a few watches in the LUC line. I tried one on. It was just a very simple white dial or blue dial, gold watch. I almost did it, but it was beautiful. Corbin, Patel, that famous holiday song, Five Identical Pateks, is a distant memory. Good morning, MT85. Great to see you. Rich, Jesus, bored with the OP already. Right, okay. Finding a hooker with sauce, hollandaise or otherwise, is never a good idea. I think I know what you mean, Rich. Patel, the Five Identical Patek song was created by Rolex fanboys that never admitted that Rolex itself only makes like 3 watches by design. They admit the sub, GMT, date just, day date, etc. are the same watch. Yeah, Patel. Like for real. It's really true. It's yeah. I've got to say, over the many years I've seen Patel Philippe around these channels, he's always stood by his Patek conversation, his Patek talking points, and of course he's familiar with the Rolex bullshit, but he stands by his Patek, fandom, and he doesn't join the bandwagon of all the losers who talk about a Hulk and which color Daytona should I buy. So you got hats off to Patel for standing tall as a Patek guy who really that's his brand. He doesn't go out and buy a Hulk just to join the crowd of losers and deadbeats. So you see, I got a Hulk now too. Right. All right. Rich Mitch, hey MT, just found a great deal. 1-year-old, half RRP. What's RRP? Retail price? Is that what it means? I don't know. Bourbon. Amazing thing about Boardwalk Empire is the real New Jersey Nucky Johnson looked just like Tony Soprano, who would not be apropos as he just finished Sopranos. Well, no. It would not be, well, didn't matter, as it turned out, but going from, 9 years as Tony Soprano into another gangster mobster role, no, that would be like James Bond. That would be like Sean Connery after leaving the original James Bond series, going out and playing another secret agent for 5 more movies. That's not what he wanted. Rufus, Boardwalk Empire is a great show. Buscemi as Enoch Lewis Nucky Johnson, brilliant role. He plays it well. Yeah, he carried it off. Okay, Big JD. RRP equals MSRP. Okay, got it. Destro, hey, Rich Mitch. You ever get your Rolex box situation sorted? And thank you, MT85, for a Monday morning love donation. $10 super chat and channel member. Thank you very much, MT85. Pavel, channel member. The evaporation of Archie's bravado began way back then with the 5 lady-sized dress watches. Yeah, do you remember, Pavel? I bet you Patel would remember. Archie bought he bought a watch from some website store from Japan called E-Ladyboy, or E-Lady, but of course it was E-Ladyboy. And he got the watch at a good price, he thought, but it was sized for a woman's wrist, like, a very thin woman. And he couldn't wear it because the bracelet was so small. So he had to go, I think it was a Breitling. Was it the Type 20? I don't recall exactly which one it was. It might have been the Type 20. And so he had to contact Breitling for 3 white gold links, if I remember, or stainless steel links. And they were like $300, $400 each link or something. So he had to pay like $1,000 or more just to, get the bracelet size right. So in the end, he didn't save anything by shopping at E-Ladyboy. It was funny, but that was, way back. Okay. Hey, Rufus, thank you very much for supporting the Monday morning love stream. We need to get Morty some new shoes. Those Velcro ones won't do. Thank you for hating the Velcro shoes, $4.99 super chat. Thank you. Yes, I have 7 pairs. Is it 7 pair or 7 pairs? I have 7 pairs of shoes. I'll go with the S. 7 pairs of shoes, and one with the Velcro. The others are laced. the hiking boots, the black dress shoes, the sneakers, whatever. And I explained about 5 times why I bought those. It was from my time in Japan, where I first was exposed to that, loafers and Velcro shoes. And when in Japan, do like the Japanese. And yeah. And I'll compare my foot health by a licensed podiatrist to any other asshole out there who likes to make fun of my shoes. I can't imagine the condition of his feet. You know, that guy, having carried around 500 pounds. Unbelievable. They must be flat-footed, broken ankle bones and joints, twisted knees, sagging hip joints and tendons and ligaments all ripped out of place. I mean, my feet are in very, very... You know who has funny shoes? Hey, Forbin, you say, hey, Patel, Clive, who cooed 5 identical Pateks to Archie, made similar comments about Rolex being a narrow Clive, who made similar comments about Rolex being a narrow, repetitive brand. Well, I have to say, Clive's assessment is correct. If you want to talk about weird, crazy-looking shoes, Clive the Rancher has the craziest shoes you've ever seen. This goes back many years. He talked about it. And I think he showed them one time. That part I don't remember. But he's got shoes. I'm sure they're very comfortable. But he wears or wore, well, at that time, he had shoes. They were like casual sneaker, comfortable walking shoes. But there was a curve. It curved in the front of the shoe. The design curved around the toes. So when you put your foot into the shoe, and the toes go into the toe cutout sections in the front of the shoe. Now those are shoes to talk about. If anybody wants to ask Clive about that, yeah. Maybe I can get a picture of those. Well, those other people are interested in shoes. They have a shoe fetish. They have a Morty fetish. It's all, they just can't stop talking about Morty. I think it's a deep, suppressed love. It's a homosexual, repressed, unrequited love of Morty. They crave, they covet what they can't possess. Kind of like Buffalo Bill. He covets. Rufus, you are no longer... Well, I mean, if you want to call me that, it's all right. But yeah, this is Morty. And my PayPal, I haven't changed that. It's, Crappy Luxury, PDX. That information, by the way, is in the description section. PayPal, Cash App, Ko-Fi, all that stuff for supporting the channel. And super thanks. Thank you very much. Corbin, AD never... Patrick killed Crappy. Yeah, but Cappy rose. He rose again. He was never dead. Despite the wishes of some people out there, They want him dead, yet they want to analyze his butt and make prison love to Morty, dropping the soap. Yes, fond memories of the state prison, the men dropping the soap, and all that ensued. Yes, good times, good times. Pavel, channel member. Rancher collects the weirdest things with all the money he's, quote, saved by renting his domiciles. Well, he said he's not a homeowner. He rents. And, yeah, he has some interesting collections. I'm not going to say strange collections, because who am I to say anyone's collection is strange? Who am I to judge? That's not my nature. He collects vintage razors, vintage watches. The razor thing was a surprising hobby. I didn't know anybody would collect vintage razors, but okay. Vintage watches, that sounds fine. That could be a very interesting hobby. And I don't recall if he collects other things at this time. Vintage vacuum cleaners, perhaps. That would be a very interesting hobby. Patel would certainly remember the video of Archie with his lawnmower collection. He used to fix lawnmowers and sell used lawnmowers. That was one of his side hustles. That was back in the old days, yes. Floodland. Hey, Floodland, good morning. Please send Morty money now. Yes, well, thank you very much. Morty needs so much money. I don't need money for a new Rolex. I need money to survive, just to live. Right. I mean, it's true. Forbin Colossus. Rancher had close to 200 old watches at one point. He never showed them all, which would have been material for many shows. Did he really say he had almost 200 old watches? That's really something. Rich Destrin. Yeah. And he collects vintage Friends. Oh, really? Friends? Okay. Well, yeah. Pavel. Collecting razors was pretty ironic during his Santa phase. Well, yeah, I mean, but can you have a full beard and still be a razor collector, vintage razor? Yeah, sure you can. I don't see a conflict there. Besides, that was during the COVID thing, and at that point, nobody gave a shit. So I grew a beard during the COVID thing. It looked like by the end of the year, I looked just like Rasputin. I mean, no shit. I got some photos of me at that time. I'll never show them, but it's a Rasputin look without question, And maybe I'll show it, for the proper super chat, for the proper Cash App. I would show it. It's a damn good photo. All right, and this was after the first year of COVID. At the end of the first year of COVID, then I decided to get rid of it. But it was Billy Gibbons' Rasputin style. I mean, it was phenomenal. But then I learned all about how to trim a beard. And this is a product you buy called beard oil to keep it moist and the skin, moist and protected. And so the beard doesn't get dried out and stringy like shampoo and hair conditioner, a similar product for a beard, So, yeah, but, okay, I know someone's going to, well, I won't say that, but, okay. Let's continue on. So this morning's show, oh, here it is. Rufus, $1.99 super chat. Thank you very much, Rufus. Let's get Morty a pair of Cole Haan loafers. Thank you very much. That's awfully nice of you to suggest that, but I really have no need anymore for dress loafers or any loafers, okay? I have more shoes than I actually need. I could get rid of a couple pair and still be fine, okay? So I really don't need shoes. And I'm happy to say that, or, because many people on this planet don't have shoes, Many people on this planet have never seen nor eaten, let alone eaten in a kumquat. Many people don't have a bed to sleep in, So you have to be grateful for what you have, even the simple things, like a cup of coffee. So this morning's show, Morty's visit to McDonald's. So I went to McDonald's. Today's Monday. I think it was Saturday. It was Saturday. And I was taking care of some local business. And it was around 2 p.m. And I have not been, the last time I was at a McDonald's was in Vancouver, British Columbia. About 15 years ago, I went up there for a 4-day weekend. I had a really great time. I thought it was the greatest city in North America I'd ever seen. And then I found out about how it's controlled by liberals with the free syringes and drugs and But what a phenomenal looking city! Just wow, amazing. Anyway, so I went to a McDonald's there, and it did make me kind of sick, actually. So that was, and I never went to McDonald's. I've never been to a McDonald's, and I never went again since that time. Well, anyway, I happened to be right by this McDonald's in the suburbs here, and I thought, I know people who've told me they go to McDonald's for the coffee. They just go to the drive-through and get a coffee because it's really good. So I thought, well, okay, I'm at a McDonald's. I certainly don't want to eat anything, but I'll get a coffee. So I went in, and here's the proof of my McDonald's coffee. Here's my Victorinox Swiss Army watch, proof of my watch. Okay, and the leather strap has some wear on it. This is they have small, medium, large, and I got the medium. I would say it was a 12-ounce. It could have been a 16-ounce. It was a good size. Yeah. Anyway, and you can see this is a nice McDonald's. They had nice tables and chairs and bench seating. And it was very clean. And the staff behind the counter were, they didn't look like, and they were presentable and cheerful. And it was $1.59 for this coffee, which is half, depending on the Starbucks location, it's half or 1/3 the price of a same-sized Starbucks. Isn't that amazing? There were a couple little children in a family, at a table, but they were quiet, so it was okay. But it wasn't a typical McDonald's, with all the bright orange and kids screaming and someone holding up the cashier and the low rider in the parking lot going up and down, banging out the music and all that. And the coffee was fine for $1.59. I mean, no complaints at all. Even and I can also say it was a better coffee, smoother, and it wasn't outstanding, but it was a more passable cup of coffee compared to Starbucks, which is, as we all know, is just shit coffee. So it is better than Starbucks, and it's 50%, 1/3 less. And it was a bright day that afternoon, but cold. Here's another picture, proof of McDonald's coffee. And here's the coffee in the background in deep focus. And here's my Victorinox Swiss Army watch. Beautiful picture. And you can see it's 2:00. And look at that red seconds hand, the Victorinox red. Saturday the 1st, proof of date and day. And there it is. So would I go back to McDonald's again? My plan would be never to go to McDonald's. But if I ever did, because it was there and I wanted a coffee, I could see that I would do it. Okay. Rufus, a McDonald's review. I only had the coffee. I didn't get any food. I would not eat McDonald's food. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Somebody new. Somebody old, an alias, you know how it is. Okay. Cup of soda, 1776. Let's see what Cup has to say. 2,800,000 government workers, including armed forces, are being forced to work without pay due to 5 Democrats unwilling to vote to open the government. All infighting. We need congressional term limits. Well, I agree with congressional term limits completely. And this is an outrage perpetuated. That's not the right word. Perpetrated, excuse me, I needed a dictionary. Perpetrated by the Democrats, led by Senator Schumer of New York. But the people in New York, the liberals, are deranged, demented, and insane. They keep voting him in and his ilk, and AOC, and this guy who may become the next mayor of New York. And so it's, amazing. Now, I watched Soylent Green last night. I haven't seen it in many, many years. And I got more out of it. I got more enjoyment and deeper appreciation of that movie this time than when I saw it many years ago. Very good performance by Charlton Heston. Outstanding, beautiful work by Edward G. Robinson. He should have gotten an Oscar for that. I think that may have been his last film, and then he died sometime after that. I think that was his last film. Beautiful, beautiful performance. Exquisite. And terrific storyline. Very, very good storyline. I think that would have been a very difficult movie to plan out and direct. But the director did a good job. And what's needed in Washington, D.C. are the scoopers. You just scoop these liberals up and dump them in the Potomac, Get the scoopers. If you've never seen Soylent Green, it's free. It showed up on my YouTube movies page. It's free. YouTube movies, just check it out. I think it's a must-see film. It's very good. Okay. And there you have that. Okay. So this morning is very relaxed here on the Monday Morning Love Stream. MT. Never going to happen. They vote themselves new raises. You think they're going to vote to fire themselves? Well, you're absolutely correct. You see, that's the thing. But that would require a constitutional amendment. And maybe there are enough people to make that happen through pressure, intimidation tactics, kind of like what the Democrats do. Destro. Republicans control both branches and both chambers of Congress. They don't need Dems to do anything. They just don't have the guts. You make a very good point, Destro. See, if I were a Republican congressman, in my first term, or my fifth term, or my 10th term, or 20th term, okay, regardless, I would vote for term limits. I would say 5 terms, 5 2-year terms for a member of Congress, and 2 6-year terms for a member of the Senate. And I would vote for that. Even if I had only served, at that point, 1 term, I would do it, because once you get out of Congress, whether it's after 2 years or a whole career, you're set for life, baby. Not only with benefits, but in terms of getting hired at a prestige job, you're set. So absolutely I would vote for that, even if I were in Congress. I'm not voting myself out of a lucrative job with lifetime benefits. I'd be voting myself into a career position at a consulting agency, a lobbying group, a law firm, a lecturer at a prestige university. I mean, the job potential, career potential of an ex-congressperson is unlimited. Right? You can even have your own talk show, be a regular panelist on a talk show. I mean, it's just endless. Anyway. Yes, agree. MT. It's not about the money, Morty. I think it's more a power thing with these career guys. Oh, it's absolutely the power thing. I mean, Pelosi's got hundreds of millions. I mean, so why does she have to stay there for 40 years? And Feinstein, same thing. And the senator from Kentucky, Mitch McConnell, these people are vegetables. Well, Feinstein's gone, but her condition's exactly the same now as it was some years ago when she was in the Senate. They're vegetables in the brain. It's not about that they can't walk without falling down. We're not going to pick on them for that. A wheelchair is a wheelchair. That's fine, as long as the mind is agile and active. But they were vegetables, having to be led around, pushed around, and just like a marionette, controlled on what to do. So those people, they will not give it up, right? So you think Obama would have given up after 8 years on his own? Well, no, wait a minute. He didn't. He stayed around another 4 years for a third term. That's correct. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Rich Mitch, speaking of vegetables, I'm having celery soup. Wow, celery soup. I find that very interesting, Rich. Can you tell us, is it from a can or did you make it? Is it homemade? What's the recipe? Can you describe it? People would pay for hearing about your celery soup. If I were just a viewer, I would pay 99 cents to hear about your celery soup. No question about that. I'll put that other picture back. It was the close-up picture. Oh, wait, there. That is the close-up picture. There it is. You got the McCafe, McDonald's. It's Irish, not Scott. McCafe and Victorinox Swiss Army watch. Can't get better than that. Pure luxury living. Absolutely not from a can, you ask. Yeah, okay, okay. I'm not against canned soup completely, not at all, you know. If it's good, but it doesn't compare to homemade, of course, you know. But, So we're just relaxing here Monday morning on the love stream. If you like your hate comment, it's out there all day, every day, all night. You pick the category of hate, and you got channels to choose from. You know, if you hate this, there's a channel for that. If you hate something else, you got a channel for that. If you hate this, that, and the other thing, plenty of channels for all that as well. So, but if you don't want the hate, then come to Morty's Diner. Forbin, here we come. How can you talk about power and yet ignore the oligarchs like Ellison, Musk, Gates, and the thief of retirement funds, Andreessen, now dictating policy and destroying the one agency that regulates them? Well, those people are not elected to public office. So, Gates, Ellison, and Musk, I don't know, or I don't recall who Andreessen is, but they're not elected by the public. That's the difference, baby. And they're not getting government benefits. They're private enterprise. We got the recipe. Rich Mitch. Vegetable stock, carrots, celery, onion, seasoned to taste. Okay, so it's vegetable stock, carrots, celery, onion, seasoned to taste. Wow, it's so simple, yet so appealing. Very nice. You know what would go really good after a bowl of that celery soup? Is a slice of our kumquat pie. That would be really nice. Corbin, whoa, I'm a billionaire who complains about the system that made me rich. You're a billionaire, Forbin? Congratulations. Could you send me $25,000? I'd appreciate it so much. You would change my life. Wire transfer, Cash App. I'll even pick it up, Forbin. Just thank you very much. We have a billionaire, a humble billionaire in the audience. Fantastic. Oh, here we go. Forbin, not getting government benefits. Musk got $38 billion from the Fed and pays less than 3% in taxes. He didn't get it. His company's got it. How many people does Musk are employed by Musk? Not only directly in his companies that he owns, but in peripheral companies that supply and deal with and depend upon his companies. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. Same with the Trump empire. How many people are employed by Trump and peripheral industries that supply and depend upon the Trump? Hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands. So you got a little. You're stretching the point to absurdity there, Corbin. By the way, somebody mentioned recently on some show about Boudin sourdough bread in San Francisco. And I went to that place. If I recall, it's near the waterfront area. I don't remember, but I think it was at the waterfront. And I went there and got a bowl of soup, maybe, and their famous sourdough bread. Boudin, was that the name of it? I don't think I remember, but Forbin would know that place. Forbin. Morty, I'll avoid politics with you. It's painful. Okay. Right. Okay. Got it. 15 people watching on the Monday morning love stream. Darth, good morning. Channel member. Forbin, I don't bother anymore. Go Doyers. What does that mean? What are Doyers? I have no idea. Doyers? Doyers? No idea. Okay. Well, we're just hanging out this morning over coffee and eggs Benedict. Popping the benzos and looking at the beautiful rain outside the window. We'll be here for a little while. I forgot to put the invite link up. I don't know why anybody would join, but I'll put it up here. Maybe some people want to join. Join the panel. There's the link. We can talk about anything except hate. We can talk about hate, but we don't do hate. They're the hate promulgators, not this channel. Darth, Doyers, 2024 and 2025 World Series champions. I have no idea what that means. I'm going to look it up. Do you mean Dodgers? Here's a question. Look at this. Why do some people call the Dodgers Doyers or Doyers? Doyers or Doyers has become a nostalgic phenomena in the Los Angeles Latino community, as more and more Mexican Americans become assimilated and lose their accents. This is from Reddit. Previous generations of Central American immigrants struggled to say Dodgers, so it came out sounding like Dyers. Doyers. Quote, my parents, my uncles, they all say Doyers. Garcia said, my brother and I are the first Mexican Americans in the family, and we say Dodgers. My 5-year-old son here also, he says Dodgers. Since it first surfaced in the early 1970s, the term has become a reminder of the once rocky relationship between Los Angeles' Latino community and their Doyers. Next comment from it says, same way Gleyber Torres said he's, quote, doing his job in an interview when he was a rookie. The hard J sound is not common in other languages. Yes, like La Jolla, San Juan, San Jacinto, San Jose. Yes. There it is, Darth. I just learned that. Had no idea. Rufus, when you go to San Francisco, you have to get Chopino seafood stew. I did get that in San Francisco. And the name of the restaurant actually was Chopino. It was on the Fisherman's Wharf area, right there. And I thought, well, I'll go there because that's the name of the restaurant. This is like 15 years ago, longer. I don't remember. And I was not impressed with the restaurant. There are better places than the one I went to. But yeah, definitely great stuff. Orban, that reminds me of Dewar's Vintage Advertising, a very prominent sign in Manhattan many moons ago. Yes, correct. That's correct. Right at Times Square, right? I think so. That's when they used to have a Canadian Club, giant Canadian Club billboards at Times Square. In Times Square, back in the 60s, 70s era, when Canadian Club was considered a real brand for Park Avenue black tie parties and sophisticates, That was the marketing image of Canadian Club, New York socialites and elites, all in tuxedos and evening gowns, having Canadian Club. Now they've all switched to E&J brandy, $1.99 at your local Walmart. Anyway. So I bought, well, I'm not going to talk about that. I didn't buy it. I traded for it. But yeah, it's okay. 48 minutes into the Monday Morning Love Fest. Doing great. Today should be a very nice day. Lots of rain. It's cold, completely dark and cloudy outside. All I need is $25,000 to change my life around. But can't have everything. I bought a package of Jarlsberg Swiss cheese. Well, it is Swiss cheese. Jarlsberg Swiss cheese, imported from Finland. I bought it at that very upscale supermarket I was at a few days ago, where I saw the $20 tin of sardines from Portugal. And I had that for breakfast. I had some shredded wheat, mini shredded wheats, and a few slices of Jarlsberg cheese. I know that's a peculiar breakfast, but think about it. It really isn't. And an apple. And I didn't care for the Jarlsberg Swiss cheese. I'm so used to Tillamook Swiss cheese, which is a very mild, mass-produced cheese brand up here. So maybe this was the real Swiss cheese stuff, But it had a strong taste. Probably the proper way it's supposed to be. But I'm not going to buy it again because I'm going to go back to Tillamook for Swiss cheese. Or unless I buy Emmentaler, and that's a little bit different. But that comes in a block, not in slices. But regardless. Any topic suggestions? Any hate messages? Though this is not a hate channel, but I don't want to stifle your speech completely. Otherwise, I'll just, relax here with you and enjoy my coffee and plan out my day. And we'll just hang around, see if anybody wants to introduce a topic or join the panel. Otherwise, I'm just going to lay back and enjoy and feel the love. Forbin, for a hell of a good series of photos, Do a Google image search for Bond clothes on Times Square 1948. Okay. See the giant naked lady sculpture adorning the sign, two trouser suits. Really? Okay, I'll make a mental note of that for after the show. I'll probably forget, but yeah, if I can remember that, I'll let's see if I can look it up right now. See if anything shows up. I remember Bond clothes. Here's a picture. Bond clothes, two trouser suits. Right. Okay. Two trouser suits. That's interesting. Yeah. I don't say. Oh, here's the woman. Apparel for women. Wow, look at that. That's 1940s picture, right? Wow, look at that. Yeah, just type in New York Bond clothes. New York Bond clothes, New York City, or Bond clothes, Times Square, and you see these pictures. Yeah, very interesting. It's right next to a Woolworths and a Regal shoes. This looks like a 70s picture. How about that? Two trouser suit. Why would you have a two? If it's a suit, that would mean both pair of trousers would be identical. So they give you two pants. Why two pants? In case you destroy one, or you get you drop food on one of them, so you can have the other pair as backup. Or you can alternate, reduce time at the dry cleaners for the suit, perhaps. Trousers wear out faster. Well, okay, so they give you two pants, two pair of pants. Two pair of pants or two pairs of pants? I think two pair of pants. I'm going to change what I said before about the S. Two pair of pants. 100 pair of pants. No, 100 pairs of pants. It's too complicated. GD, good morning, Morty and friends. Good morning. Buenos noches, Senor GD. Because the pants wear long before the jacket does, I believe Kuppenheimer also did the same. I remember in the 70s that many men's departments sold a suit with two pair of slacks. I remember that. They also did that with a sport jacket in the 70s or early 80s. You get a sport jacket and it comes with two different designs of trousers. So this is back when they had like plaid or checkered sports jackets in the 70s. And then you get one solid pattern pants, and then the other one was like plaid or other funny looking design from that period. Yeah. Nobody ever wears that. When you watch the Johnny Carson show from the 70s, he dressed like that in the 70s era. A very loud, garish plaid jacket, or a solid sport jacket with very loud, garish plaid pants, or checkered plaid, strange-looking design. TV game shows always seem to spruik Hager slacks. Yeah, that was back then. That's correct, right? Fascinating. The Carson Show may have set the record for loud plaid sport jackets. Well, at the time, yeah, well, he wore a different wardrobe every night. So, yeah. By the way, Tubi, the Tubi channel on Tubi TV, I mean the website, they have 24/7. They play Johnny Carson show reruns, the whole shows. If anyone's interested, I haven't watched them over there, but they're on all day and all night. Bart Simpson, good morning. Where will Portland get the funds to operate now that commercial property values are collapsing and revenues from commercial properties are plummeting? Oh, it's easy. Just increase the taxes. That's all they have to do. By the way, I saw on YouTube, on Andy No's page, a great reporter out there who covers Portland and Antifa and the twisted, sick levels of our society, those people. Where was that story? Let me find it if I can find it real fast. I just had it before. Oh, man. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. Andy No, NGO. Check out his YouTube page. Very important reporter. He says 11 hours ago, a Portland far-left Trantifa group, that's transsexual Antifa people, a very, a Portland far-left Trantifa group named, quote, Degenerates Against Fascism, is asking for cash donations as it announces a direct action against ICE on November 9th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. They're meeting at a nearby park and then marching to the building. November 9th, 2 p.m., and he has a copy of the poster here. And he's got, on the poster, it says, Degenerates Against Fascism, welcoming all pets, furries, and kinksters. All degenerates and our supporters are welcome. March and protest to the ICE building, November 9th, 2 p.m. Starting location is, let me get this for Boris, Elizabeth Carruthers Park, 3508 South Moody Avenue, Portland. And on the poster, there's a picture of two different furries. One's a mouse, one is a dog, one is a they, them, and the other is, I don't even want to describe them. It's so degenerate. Oh, unbelievable. Anyway, that's the Andy No, NGO page. Andy No. Check it out. For a sizable Cash App, I would attend the Degenerates Against Fascism, and attend with all the Trantifa degenerates against fascism, November 9th at 2 p.m. I could go as a furry or as a pet, a kinkster. All degenerates and our supporters, I would go as a supporter of the degenerates. You got to see this poster. Unbelievable. Well, anyway. Hello, Dickens. Thank God for this high-quality stream. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. GD, hey, early morning 50 peso super sticker. Thank you, GD, channel member. So nice. Does anybody out there buy pumpkins at the supermarket this time of the season, the year? All the supermarkets have pumpkins all over, the front area of their stores. And there's an incredible variety of pumpkins. Some of them have, big bumps and lumps on them and different colors, green, white, yellow, orange, round, cylindrical, all kinds of shapes. Anybody out there buy pumpkins? If so, what do you do with them? Do you eat them? Do you make a jack-o'-lantern out of them? Do you cook them and eat the seeds? This would be great content if anybody could share that. Mm-hmm. At this moment, we'll take a brief intermission. We've already passed the 1 hour mark. Let's take a little break. Yeah, we don't do that over here, but if you enjoy the humiliation, the face blasting, plenty of channels. They're on seemingly about 24/7, 365. So check them out. They're always on for those who enjoy the humiliation and degradation. Corbin, Morty, please consider doing a books on tape library reading. My brother in the Midwest does them as a volunteer, and he has the most boring monotone voice. I think the Morty voice would be great. Thank you for that. That sounds like a compliment. Thank you, Forbin. What book, for example, can you give me a couple titles of what you would buy for an audiobook or pay 99 cents on Amazon Prime on Audible for Morty doing a books on an audiobook? Any suggestions? Thank you, Forbin. I have done audiobooks, by the way, but that's a story for another day. And I know you're going to ask me to read Beowulf or Canterbury Tales. I just know you're going to say that. Yes, don't be abused by those channels. Be amused by this channel. You'd be great at children's books too. Well, give me some titles, Forbin, and a paycheck, and I'll do them. I mean, Super Chat, Cash App, Ko-Fi, PayPal. Just saying. But give me a couple titles, for example. GD, channel member. Morty, did you wish Dr. Bob a happy birthday yet? I did not know it was his birthday. Okay, very good. I can do, Forbin, I can do, you can choose from children's books, the classics, contemporary novels, adventure, thrillers, erotica, all for $1,500. You can have the whole bunch for $1,500. The whole thing. Pavel, channel member. Adult men shouldn't be celebrating birthdays online. You think? I don't agree with that. I think it's such a joy and a gift to be alive. I think anyone can celebrate their birthday online. I think so. Even haters and degenerates, furries, anarchists. Yeah, why not? Hey, Forbin, how about some D.H. Lawrence? Some erotica, baby. Mr. Peterman would like that. And we have 5 viewers. So one of those channels is probably on and blasting away. Enjoy it. Forbin, The Pearl, erotica from the 19th century. Yeah, some people have mentioned that on some of these shows. I never read it. Somebody read a little bit of it on one of those channels. Yeah, period erotica from Victorian era. And Dodger, good morning. Good morning, good evening from Poland. Hello, Dodger. We're just hanging out, showing proof that I went to McDonald's Saturday. Got a McDonald's coffee. Talked about that briefly at the beginning of the show. There's a poster here on this window. I can't read it here. It's not legible, but it was for some, spasticated drink with whipped cream all over the top and something for kids. But, yeah. That's what we're doing. We're hanging it out, baby, and chilling. No topics really, just hanging out. You know what would be a great book to read out loud would be Of Mice and Men, or any Steinbeck book, because it's so contemporary, yet classic. I also like Bernard Malamud books. I like The Fixer That's a great book. A favorite. You ever read that, Forbin? GD, 100 pesos from channel member GD. Please tune into that channel, not that channel, and check out that guy's new avatar and give us your opinion. And I would say to that, why? You know, I mean, why is exactly why? Mice and Men. Can you tell me about Petting the Bunnies, George? What a beautiful book. I read that when I was, I think, in junior high. I read the whole thing. I was sitting on my couch, on the couch, and I had the paperback. I read the whole thing straight through. It was so great. I just stayed with the whole thing all the way through. I also liked the movie. I think it was 1939. It was with Burgess Meredith and Lon Chaney Jr. And Charles Bickford. Beautifully done film. GD, 100 pesos. Julius Stryker would be proud of Uzi's avatar. Yeah, I just saw it. Well, like I said, that's, I've already commented on that stuff. And, there's no reason to continue talking about it. That's who he is. That's who they are. Put it that way. Yeah, that's who they are because there's other people involved in that channel. Yes, Julius Stryker. Even I've read lots about him. Even Hermann Goring thought the guy was a fucking nut job. He didn't want anything to do with him. But the guy, he got his neck stretched at Nuremberg, deservingly so, most deservedly so, most deservingly so. Now, which is it? Most deservingly so, most deservedly so. I think both can be used. Most deservingly so. Yeah, I would go with that. But both can be used. Those people, they like that content. They think it's pretty funny. Because as I've said, and as some of you know, they're very, very sick. Very sick people. Oh, I'm getting a message. Anyway. All right. Very good. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the people go along with it. Nobody speaks up against it. Nobody. So they're all in the same barrel. If you don't speak up about it, then you're one of them. I mean, really, you're the same. If you stay there and participate and don't speak up, then you're the same. You're in agreement. If you leave because you won't tolerate that shit, then you're not one of them. So there you have it. Oh, he would have been their star reporter. Absolutely. Would Uzi have been a good editor for the Der Stürmer during the 30s? Absolutely. He would have been top staff guy. Absolutely, GD. Oh, I'm getting lots of email today. And another email. Wow. All right. Very good. And another email. Wow. These must all be private donations. The private donations. Yes, another private donation. It's fantastic. Thousands of dollars are coming in privately. Very good. Another $1,000. Private. Right. And another $1,000. Thank you, folks. They're anonymous. And another. Okay, let's put the phone down. Getting too many private cash apps there. Wow, I don't know what to do with all this money. Okay, Corbin Colossus. You know what I do with all the money? I don't buy a Rolex, I'll tell you that. Okay. I pay my electric bill, my phone bill, my StreamYard bill. I buy cans of beans and tuna fish with the money. Uzi exemplifies how a little knowledge is dangerous. He's an occasionally entertaining male heir who takes delight in saying words. Well, I wouldn't even, yeah, whatever. Thank you, Corbin. Kudos to Morty's donors. No, I was joking. I did not get anything. I just got some regular emails from some very interesting people. But no, not private donors. So I've been thinking about going to Argentina for my next trip. I've watched some travel videos. They have beautiful beaches and coastline, just stunning. Argentine women, they have some incredibly beautiful Latinas down there. Argentine women are hot, long black hair, super short mini skirts, long, sexy legs. Wow. But I don't know anybody in Argentina who can hang out with me and show me around, keep me in the safe touristy areas only, not in a bad neighborhood run by drug lords and roving gangs. But Yeah, it'd be great. Get some Argentinian food, some what do they call them? Tapas, tapas, and yeah, go horseback riding with the gauchos. Learn how to fling those balls on my next visit to the Midwest, and TCB, and meet some senoritas, hang out at the beach, buy some souvenirs. I don't know what kind of souvenir I would get in Argentina. I'd find something. Orban would love to see Buenos Aires. I wonder how Buenos Aires is different from Rio de Janeiro. They're two of the largest cities in South America. I wonder exactly, on a side-by-side comparison, how the two cities differ, Rio and Buenos Aires. Do people in Brazil say Rio de Janeiro? Because we say Rio de Janeiro. But do they say Rio de Janeiro? I wonder. Oh, of course. And the adult entertainment. Absolutely. Really, they're apples and oranges. Rio and Buenos Aires. Wow. See, I don't know exactly how they would be different. My first thoughts are Rio might be more dangerous to a gullible tourist wandering the streets, walking into the wrong areas. But yeah, I don't know. I bet you the police in Buenos Aires have snappier looking uniforms than the Brazilian police. I bet you. Just thinking. Rio has beautiful nature and some nice tourist spots. The rest is a shithole. Really? Wow. Buenos Aires is a little piece of Europe in South America. Wow, now that's a very interesting comment. Wow. Lots of bistros and outdoor cafes and so, wow, amazing. So you can sit outside at the outdoor cafes, and just have cafe au laits all day. Have 6, 7, 8 of them. Start talking really fast and freaking out from all the cafe lattes. Right, cafe latte. And another email from another satisfied viewer. Let's see what this one says. Okay. Forbin. The closest I ever got to Argentina was the cookie called gauchos. That somehow sounds familiar. Let me see what. Do I recall what that is or not? I don't know. Let me look it up here. Oh, here it's a peanut butter cookie from Burry's Foods, Burry''S. The Gaucho peanut butter sandwich cookie produced by Burry was the same cookie as the Savannah produced for the consumer market. Gauchos came in a coarse cardstock box that was covered in a wax-coated paper label. Here it is, Mother's Cookies. I used to buy Mother's brand of cookies. They were in all the supermarkets, but not in the last 10 or 15 years. I don't buy that shit anymore. Mother's Cookies, peanut butter gauchos. I've had those, Forbin. They were good. Gauchos. How did you remember the name of that cookie? Mother's Cookies, peanut butter gauchos. I've had those. Wow. And here's that's a French cookie called gaucho. Wow. Burry's Cookies way, way, way back made a thing called Mr. Chips. It was here's a picture of it, chocolate chip cookies. I remember those from when I was a kid. Maybe that's an old picture. I mean, a picture of an old product. Wow, amazing. Keebler Fudge Shop Jumbo Peanut Butter Sticks. Buenos Aires is the wokest place in Argentina also. Yeah, hello, Truth. Visto. Right, exactly. Strong cafe culture in Buenos Aires, Morty. Yeah, I don't have the money to go to Buenos Aires, but I guess it would be a great place to visit with all that European culture there. Yeah, wow, amazing. Mm-hmm. Forbin, I thought Buenos Aires was the place to spot ex-Nazis. Well, it certainly was. I mean, now they'd be pretty old, right? Let's say a Nazi was 10 years old in 1945. Well, let's say 15. Okay, I'll say 15. Let's be fair. So 15 in 1945. That's 90 years ago. So they'd be 105. Is that right? 55, 65, 75, 80, 95. Yeah, why not? Plus, well, there are younger Nazis now, of course, and friends of the family. Yeah, no question about that. It would be great to have GD on the panel sometime, and we could talk about Argentina, Buenos Aires, nightlife, women, cookies. Mark Felton did a very interesting vid showing the top-level Nazis creating an escape route to Argentina. Oh, I've read tons about that. I'm sure I've seen Mark Felton's video on that too. The rat lines, and there's a place where Hitler is supposed to have, allegedly moved to an area called. There was a couple that owned a really fancy hotel there out in the countryside. They were big fans of Hitler, sent him all kinds of gifts and money, and they said he could stay there if he ever needed to get out of Germany. Baroche, forgot the name at this moment, but oh yeah, lots of Nazi activity there for shizzle. No question about that. Foreman, stupid YouTube algorithm doesn't suggest a lot of the YouTubes I used to be prompted on, like Mark Felton. Bariloche, that's it. That's it, GD. Yeah, there was a hotel there called the Hotel Eden in Bariloche, and run by two huge Nazi supporters. Hotel Eden, Bariloche, and let's find it. Eden Hotel, there it is. That's it, baby. The Eden Hotel, also known as El Eden, and the former hotel and historic site in La Falda, Argentina. That's it. One of the oldest colonial buildings still standing in South America. The hotel was built in 1897 by a German army officer. The main shareholders were Germans. Okay. It closed in 1965 and was declared a National Historic Monument in 1988. The Eden Hotel is frequently cited as an example of dark tourism, a form of travel centered on sites associated with death, decline, or mystery. Guided tours and promotional narratives often mix documented history with legends and unverified stories. A study by the Universidad Nacional de La Plata analyzed how the hotel's narratives are framed to appeal to visitors interested in the darker aspects of heritage, such as paranormal activity and Nazi theories. Some narratives, now this is Wikipedia, which of course is slanted. Some narratives and media portrayals have linked the Eden Hotel and its former owners to Nazi sympathies and German networks in Argentina during World War II. Well, that's absolutely fact. It's not narratives, or theories. Historical documents and photographs indicate that members of the hotel's owning family had ties to German officials and sympathized with the regime. However, claims that Adolf Hitler stayed at the hotel are widely regarded as unproven legend. Yeah, but there are tons, that's true, and there are tons of videos and stuff and faux documentaries on Hitler's escape by submarine from Germany, and that he was taken in by the owners of the Eden Hotel, and he stayed there first, for a while, and then was relocated to a place deep in the countryside that would have been impenetrable by outside law enforcement, as in a raid kind of thing, because he was highly protected with lots of Nazi types with machine guns and stuff like that, way, way, way deep in the country. But anyway, don't say that, GD. Yes, there is a sizable community of Germans in Bariloche, Argentina. Correct. Yeah. If you want to talk about Nazis on YouTube, stop picking on Higgins. He's got nothing to do with it. Now, there are people who you can definitely, describe as Nazis or Nazi-like. There's no question about it. But, that's for those channels. Yep, absolutely. Pure hate. Pure derangement, pure hate, pure ignorance, pure viciousness, pure degeneracy, pure sociopathy, pure psychopathy. Yes, it's all true. And you can see it for yourself. Agreed, completely. I'm going to take a slight break, get up and stretch my thing, and check out the kitchen, see what's going on in the kitchen. And I'll be back shortly, okay? So stand by. I don't mean stand by, I mean, let's take a break. Oh, what's this? Argentina would be far cheaper than the UK, Morty. Plus, Buenos Aires is much more European than Londonistan these days. Well, you're probably right on that. Yeah. Wow, that was a very nice break. Got a refill, glass of water, Arrowhead spring water. Actually, no, this is Kroger distilled water. Okay. I only drink pure grain alcohol or rainwater. You ever think about why I do that? Why I only drink pure grain alcohol or distilled water? You ever think about that, Mandrake? It's fluoride. It's a goddamn commie plot. Mm-hmm. Anyway, okay. Very nice. So we're hanging out here, just relaxing. Monday morning love stream. Any topic suggestions? Anybody? Anybody like to join the panel? We can do that. The link is posted. Someday GD will join the panel here. I just think that'll happen. He won't be able to resist. At some point, he'll give in and jump on the panel for a great conversation. I had an idea about something, and I'm not going to discuss it on the show, but I thought it was very clever and sinister. Something, some of those people would do, but even better. But I'm never going to discuss that on the channel. But it was a great idea. Still is, but completely. That's all they do, GD. That's all they know. It's who they are. And those that support that as well. It's who they are too. Holy cow, it's 12 noon. Wow. Amazing. Oh, what's this? 100 pesos from GD. That guy's really... 100 pesos from GD, channel member. That guy was praising that guy's recent hate and Viscountess last night. Well, yeah, I mean, they're all the same. If you support it, then you're the same. I mean, that's just self-evident, If you support it, promote it, then you're no different. Then, yeah. So, I mean, and if you follow it, then it applies to them as well. The promoters, the supporters, and the followers. It's all a happy, gay little group. Pavel, groomies everywhere. Well, that's really true, Pavel. Thanks for being a channel member. It's totally true. And stupid people. They're everywhere. All right, I think we'll take an extended break. And we're just going to play music. Relax. Just hang out. I got some paperwork to do here. I'll be here if anyone wants to suggest a topic or come on the panel. If I see somebody who wants to come on the panel, then I'll get right on it. Otherwise, I'm just going to take a break, and I'll keep the show going with the relaxing music. And it's not necessary to stay watching because I don't know if anything will be happening. Okay, so thanks everybody for watching. And we're now entering an extended musical interlude. Yeah, hey there. This is Morty, and we're just hanging out Monday in the Monday morning love stream. And I've had the music playing. I've been taking care of some paperwork kind of stuff here at home. And if anybody wants to join the panel, then by all means, the link has been posted. Here's the link again. And if anybody has any topics they'd like to introduce, you can let me know in the chat and we can do that. Otherwise, we're just hanging out here. We've been on about 2 hours and 20 minutes. The last 20 minutes or so, just a musical interlude. And I've been thinking about lunch. If you really want to know, I don't know. I mean, like I was thinking maybe I should go out and get a hamburger and fries. But I don't feel like a hamburger. And I got tuna I can make at home. Some kind of tuna thing. But I'm kind of tired of all the tuna fish. I do have some kippers and smoked herring and stuff like that, but I don't feel like fish right now. And I could make a big salad, but I don't feel like all that chomping and chewing. So I don't know. I was thinking about making some eggs for lunch. That could be okay. There's always beans. I got plenty of cans of beans. I can always go the beans route. Or route. You know. Or I could just go out. But that takes money. But let's see. Well, I mean, that's okay. I mean, I could go to Chick-fil-A. But I don't feel like a chicken sandwich, you know? I could go downtown to the shawarma place. That would be something to do today, but I just don't want to go downtown yet. It's not safe. But the weather is perfect. It's totally dark gray, complete cloud cover, rain, very cold, perfect weather. So maybe well it'll be like that for the next 6 months here. So, but eventually I'll get downtown to the shawarma place. Could do that as a live show. Mrs. Wilkinson, hello. A Jack in the Box. Yeah, I could go to a Jack in the Box, but I don't feel like a hamburger, really. That's the thing. I'm still thinking, you know. Hey, Bart. I like poached eggs on toast with a cup of coffee. Well, that's a classic. But, you know, that's really great on a cold morning. You're absolutely right. And we have a guest backstage. And I do not know who this is, so we'll give it a try and take a chance. Okay? Oh, they just left. They just left. So, okay, that was a close call, but maybe it was a real person, not a, you know, not a member of the Sturmabteilung. So you never know who's backstage using an alias. Poached eggs on toast. I haven't made poached eggs in decades. But I used to make poached eggs a lot. It was great. You need a kind of a tray that goes into, you put on top of the fry pan, saucepan, whatever you call it. And it's got, recesses for you to put to crack the egg into, and the bottom of it is in contact with the low boiling water, the water on a low boil, I should say. And then you cover it, you put the lid on top, and I guess you give it maybe 2-3 minutes. Voila. There it is on buttered toast, sliced diagonally or in quarters. Yeah, sliced in quarters. And wow, it's great. But I'm all coffeed and caffeined up from a large coffee this morning, so I don't want more coffee. You know what would hit the spot is a BLT and fries and a cup of tea. That would be really nice. But I have to go out for that, and yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I can't decide. Hey, we have a guest backstage. It's a real moron. Not your everyday moron. You're a real racist moron. You know who it is. He's backstage. Can you believe it? I won't tell you his screen name. He made up a screen name special for this appearance. I wouldn't even use the phrase low IQ. It's like, you got white collar, you got blue collar work, then you got no collar. This guy is no collar. Yeah, he just left again. Sitting home all day, nothing to do but masturbating. No one to talk to. Shunned by his local community. Ah, amazing. Sad, sad people. Speaking of Jay Gray, have you heard of the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst? No. Is that like German intelligence service or something? Sicherheitsdienst, SD. Maybe you'll tell us. I'm sure it's something wonderful. Hey, Bart. A moron guest would be fun and great for the thumbs up. Oh, he's back. He's back again. The member of the Sturmabteilung. He's back. He just can't stay away from all the hate. He just needs the hate. He lives on it, thrives on it, breathes it, inhales it, exhales it, masturbates to it. Sad, sad character. Yeah. Very, very sick. Very, very sick people. Very, very sick. All they do with all their content is they show everybody how fucking low-life, stupid, degenerate they are. Doesn't have any impact on me. They're just revealing who they are. Little Dave, would it hurt that much to let him on for a second? Not a matter of hurt. Guy Gadwa, hello there, channel member. I heard Uzi broke up with his Sicilian girlfriend to be with Nikki. Well, I don't know anything about that, and I certainly don't want to say anything about his girlfriend. I talked to his girlfriend many months ago. He put her on the microphone. She was a lovely woman, just lovely. Had a very nice chat with her, just charming, lilting Sicilian accent. Absolutely charming. I cannot imagine what that woman sees in him. But love is strange, and it's not for me to judge. It's not my character. Mrs. Wilkinson, why are there so many sick people around? You know what's also interesting about that? Not only that, Mrs. Wilkinson, but it's how they all find each other on YouTube. There are multiple millions of channels on YouTube from countries all around the world. And yet, these people, they somehow, they find each other. And they, pardon my French, they all gangbang and analyze and masturbate each other on a daily basis, like it's a gay bathhouse. Well, I don't mean like, I mean, it essentially is a gay bathhouse. And it's pretty amazing. Oh, he's left. Yeah, the brown shirt guy, he just left. And he's back. He's back again. What a lonely, boring life he has. Well, you know, that's their business, not mine. Yes, they're the homosexuals. Well, think about it. Men, not women, men, they sit around all day, I mean, hours and hours and hours every day, and they talk about the different colors on their watch dials and watch bezels. Do you like this one? I don't know. I like that one. Do you really like the green one? Oh my, the green. It's so bright. Don't you just love that blue one? That blue one is so you. You definitely want that blue one. And not the Omega blue. Not the Nomos blue. You want that Rolex blue. It's so you. And they talk about fragrances, cologne, aftershave, eau de cologne, parfum, all day, hour after hour after hour. They love those bright colors, so flamboyant. Oh, it gives me chills just to put on that aftershave. It is so nice. And the Rolex, the gold, the Sedna gold, the Rollosaur gold. Ah, so much gold jewelry. Ah, just love that gold and perfume. And that's all they talk about. 5, 10, 15 hours a day, more. It's every day. Hey, handsome, what watch are you wearing today? You're wearing the Breitling? Ooh! Is it the Avenger? Oh my, that is such a masculine watch. Ooh, I don't think I could wear a solid black Avenger. Now I'm wearing my two-tone bluesy. Don't you just love a bluesy? Which is the solid gold dancer. Hey, we have an actual guest. Not a prison N-word sucker guy. Let's bring on a real guest. Not somebody who drops the soap on purpose in the prison shower. Okay, you know who I mean. Yeah. Okay. Hey, we have a guest.
G'day, Morty.
Hey, Aussie Expat. Hey, let me turn that music off. How you doing, Aussie?
Doing well. Just using
Great.
the built-in microphone, so I don't really know if it's working.
Oh, you sound fine. Yeah, no problem.
Good.
So, Ozzy, what watch are you wearing today?
Oh, I'm not wearing a watch. You caught me. Caught me
That's
lacking.
so daring. No watch. Oh my.
I was just driving fence posts into T-posts into the ground.
A fence post, you mean?
Yeah, I just bought some steel targets, so I've decided to go with steel fence posts as my propping up the target.
Ah,
So
yeah.
I was using a big fence post pounder, and I'm like,
I love that
given
word.
The scooter, I might have to shy away from keeping it on.
Pounding. Right. How can you?
I share your love of McDonald's. Here we go. Oh, here we go.
Oh, that's a McDonald's coffee.
No, it's a flat Coke.
Flat Coke.
Flat Diet Pepper, Dr. Pepper.
Flat Diet Dr. Pepper. Wow, okay. I had a Diet Dr. Pepper once and only once. I remember I bought it in Dallas at a 7-Eleven, I think, on Mockingbird Lane, right near North Central. This was way back. And that thing had so much caffeine in it, or I don't know why, but I just reacted to that Diet Dr. Pepper. I almost crashed my car into a Rolex boutique. I mean, So I never bought a diet.
You might be onto something. I actually do think Dr. Pepper actually has a lot of caffeine now that it's like, how do I feel about Dr. Pepper?
Yeah.
Recollecting, I think it actually does.
Well, Dr. Pepper, if I recall, is a Dallas brand in its origin, and it was very, very big back when I was in Dallas. So I think it is a Dallas company. I remember a Dr. Pepper bottling company or something right off of the North Central Expressway. So in North Dallas, I think. So maybe so. I've heard, though it may just be not true or not, but that Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew have higher caffeine levels than Pepsi, Coke, 7-Up, etc.
I think Mountain Dew is number one, but I'll just have a quick look. I do have the Dr. Pepper number. Trying to
Hey, little Dave says, finally, a normal person. There you go, Aussie. Yeah.
I don't know how normal I am.
Well, right. So you're putting in a fence post for target practice by your house?
Yeah. You put the steel target on top of the
How can
fence.
you do that outside? You don't have a private backyard, do you?
No. Like, it's just I'll go out to the desert.
Oh, I see. Right.
Start shooting.
Boy, it's great where you live because literally 15 minutes from the strip, 20 minutes, it's the desert.
Yeah, you can get into the desert in about 15 minutes, but the closest area that I can actually shoot, or at least where I shoot, is about 40 minutes.
Right. I see.
So I go out.
Well, that's far out, and you're totally no risk to anything. It's possible. Have you ever been out there target shooting, whatever, and you've seen a gopher pop up out of the dirt or anything?
I'm very bad at spotting wildlife. I got to
right. George Costanza could spot those squirrels on the side of the road without his glasses. It was pretty amazing when he was younger. But yeah.
Oh, here you go. A Pepsi is 50 milligrams of caffeine. Dr. Pepper is 42. Still trying to find Mountain Dew.
Pepsi is 50 and a Dr. Pepper is 42.
Yeah. But I mean, it depends on the size of the drink too, right?
Oh, that's true. Right. And is it from the can or from a soda fountain? Because the soda fountain at a McDonald's, for example, it's not going to be precisely the same as a can. So, or bottle, whatever. JD.
Oh, yeah. So Mountain Dew is 91.
It is. Okay. Yeah. I made myself a vanilla float. Good. With a cherry on top. Way to go, JD MTL. Link for Jack's Uno. Fruit juice is just as bad as soda, but not for caffeine. We're talking the caffeine, not sugar or anything. But yeah, wow, how about that? Hey, Aussie, I bought something on a website about a week ago, maybe less.
Yeah.
And it was 2-day FedEx delivery, and I picked it up Saturday. It was I could not resist the price. The price was such a closeout price. I don't really know if I should discuss it on the show. I sold off some other things to get this thing.
Okay.
And I'd like to tell you about it, but I don't know if I should talk about it on the channel. Maybe I'll just send you an email or something, tell you about it. That's probably better. Yeah. Because then people will say, Morty doesn't need the money. Look what he just bought. But I didn't. I sold some other stuff to buy it, so I kind of traded for it. So anyway, so how's your relaxing Monday in retirement?
Good. I did something very retirement worthy. I had Swedish meatballs at IKEA with my mum, my daughter, and my wife. And I'm like,
at IKEA?
They're not busy. It's normally like fighting people to get to the cafeteria here. I was like, oh, it's Monday morning.
Did you say at IKEA?
Yeah.
They have a food court over there?
Yeah. I mean, it's very much overrated, but yeah, they got a food court. They serve mashed potatoes, peas, and Swedish meatballs. But their fish dish was actually really nice, so I had that.
Wow. How far is that from, let's say, Caesar's Hotel? To drive? How many minutes would you say?
Yeah, I'd say about 17, something like that.
Is it worth it taking an Uber for me to go there for the Swedish meatball?
I've written off IKEA cafeteria. I mean, it's not very good value. It's
Right.
$10, but you really need 2 of the meals to be satisfied, and it's not very, it's not a very
Right.
pleasing environment.
Well, here in the watch world, it's all about value for money. That's one of the phrases I heard in the beginning. Value for, well, of course it's value for money. Everything is value for money. You know.
So
You,
I didn't feel like driving in
oh, there
fence
it is.
with my Tudor, but this is not a real Tudor. It's got a Breitling movement, so I didn't trust it.
What color is that dial?
Well, it's pink. It's pink.
Wow. It's can you show it again, please?
Yeah. I was just sitting down.
So it's a Tudor with a Breitling movement.
Yes, yeah. The B01, very, very
Right.
good movement. The cheapest Breitling you can get with this movement, I think, is about 9,000 something.
Right.
And
That pink is so you.
I
really
like
nice.
it. I mean, it's such a huge masculine watch that
It is. Yeah. Even
contrast
with
pink is nice.
yeah. Did you tell your wife that you were going to get a pink dial watch before you bought it, or you just went and said, "No, I want it. I'm going to get it."
I asked
then showed
for
it
it
to her.
as soon as they announced it because at that point I didn't have anything fun in my collection. It was all pretty dour, steel sports. And yeah, I just sort of wanted something that was a little bit more fun, and it doesn't get more fun than, big pink chronograph.
Wow.
So it was kind of perfect. But then they told me they only expect to get like 100 in the US. And I'm like, what? It's like it was going to be unbelievably rare. And they have been very, very rare. I'd say they're not at 100 anymore, but it is very, very rare. So it's very, very difficult to get one.
Yeah. When you heard the dealer say the word rare, did that get you going like, uh-oh, that's the word? I think that just increased your attention to maybe buying it?
No, I actually gave up. Like, I really gave up. I sort of just, I was just getting it for fun, quote unquote. And what was on my mind is I don't want to use up my, how do you say, whatever kudos or allocation points, however you want to word it or quantify it. I didn't want to use up any allocation points to get the watch. And when they first, and I just didn't think anything of it. I didn't push. I just asked like once, and I'm just like, it's not even going to be a thing. This thing's just not even going to be a thing.
Is that stainless or white gold?
Stainless. It was only I think 4,500.
Oh, pocket change. Nothing. Yeah. No problem. Yeah. Easy.
Yeah. But I didn't really think anything of it. I just stopped thinking about it. And then when they started coming up, like there's a few people on social media started getting them, like Mark Wahlberg. And I'm like, oh, they're starting to come around. I actually quickly called them. I called my SA saying, hey, if you're trying to allocate this to me, please don't.
Right.
Because I just stopped asking for it. And then she goes, oh, okay, like, because you're on the short list. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, look, I really like the watch. I don't think it's like my time. Like, I don't, whatever.
Yeah.
I just told them, please don't go to bat for me on that one. And then a week later, I spoke to my Rolex SA and said, hey, I told them, like, don't send this my way because I thought it would hurt my chances to get a Rolex that I'd want. And she goes, no, you go for it. Anything that isn't Rolex, you just go for it. It's not going to hurt you. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. And then I went back and said, hey, if one of these pops up again, I'd be happy to take it. And I think it was like 3 months after that I got one.
What do you think about that Breitling? I forgot the model, the Breitling with the pistachio dial.
Yeah, they're all nice. Like Breitling does a lot of these like very flashy watches, and this is very Breitling-esque from the perspective that it's very loud and so forth. I think that's a very nice one. I like it better than the pistachio and oyster perpetual at the moment. It's all pretty nice, but I just think that Breitlings are pretty expensive, like for what they are. For what they
but they need to be, because if they lowered their price, let's say on that watch by 1,500, then it's not in this. It's going to be TISO level in appeal.
Yeah.
So they have to keep the price high to keep their position for what they want to sell it as a
Yeah,
really
I guess their position in the market for many people is that they're higher than Omega.
really
Like
uh-huh.
in just the 2000s era, everyone really
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
Breitling was number one. You know what I mean? Not number two, but number one. And I think a lot of regular folks who know Breitling still think of it as a very premier brand. I'm not saying they're wrong, but I think their prices kind of reflect that positioning. Although I don't really think the watches really warrant the prices they're asking for.
I saw the Breitling Avenger. It was an all black model, and on the dial, you could see all the movement and the gears and the stuff, all that stuff, see through, but it was all dark. And I thought that was actually a pretty cool looking watch. And if I were to buy a Breitling, I could wear that one very nicely. It would be very good. But it's a very basic watch, the Avenger.
Yeah, I'm just looking at a Navitimer B01 chronograph 43. So similar to this, but no bracelet, leather strap, no bracelet. That's 10,300 right now.
Yeah. In the hot, brutal Las Vegas summer weather, do you always prefer to wear a metal bracelet versus leather strap?
I don't have anything on leather. I don't know what I prefer. I didn't spend the summer here, so it's and even if it's summer, I tend not to go out because it's way too hot.
Yeah, right.
So,
yeah.
In general, like everything is on steel, but I wear my FXD mostly, so that's on a strap.
Right.
So,
Hey, a video that was made by one of the maniacs on the other channels, one of those degenerate types. It was all about me, of course, because he's just infatuated with me, and you were in it too. He included you in the clip. Yeah.
I'm sure it's one of our classic conversations.
No, it's more of just like the usual make fun of, insult, degrade, defile, defame, because that's who they are. And you were included in the cutting along with in some cuts with me, interspersed. So if you go over there and pay $5, they'll play it for you. Whatever, anyway. So yeah.
Hey, I think Randy's is on the way out, man.
In the Las Vegas location of Randy's Donuts.
Yeah, I just don't see many people there. The last time I was there, like almost everything was sold out in the middle of the day, and I think they just weren't. I don't know what's going on. There's not many people buying.
I watched some videos on there's a woman who does the Las Vegas channel, and she's very watchable for the content, and she's kind of nice and nice personality as a presenter. And you mentioned Mark Wahlberg, and she did a video at a restaurant he owns in Las Vegas.
Oh, cool!
It's a Mexican style. Do you know that place?
No, he's got a few places, but
I forgot the name. If I heard the name, I would remember it.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a low end but flashy location restaurant.
Right. And she loved the food and the drinks and all that. And I don't remember the name, but yeah. Well.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever go to such a thing. I mean, that's a very touristy thing to do.
It's a touristy place.
Low end restaurant, high price, but has a celebrity owner. I'm like, that's not really a locals thing.
Yeah. If you actually saw in the newspaper or on some Vegas website that Randy's was announcing they're closing in a week or two, let's just say, would you go there and stock up before they close?
No. Donuts and fried chicken, you want to go when the iron is hot.
Right.
So
would you go there for one lap?
You want it busy, popping off. You want to be fighting crowds to get the
so
fresh
if they close and the crowds are there, would you go for one last donut and a coffee while you're there?
Yeah. But I think it's a franchise, and I think part of the problem is they've really opened up too many locations in Las Vegas, and they've cannibalized each other. And unfortunately, with donuts, you need scale for donuts to one, be profitable, but two,
Right.
actually good. Like you can't have 25 varieties of donuts and have 20 customers arrive. You know what I mean? It's
Correct.
not you really need scale, and they just opened up too many of these places here in Las Vegas. So when
Yeah.
it was one location, it was great, but now there's a location that's closer to me. I don't go to that one because I've always gone to the one that I've gone to, and
Yeah.
it just it's not it's just I asked my SA, I'm like, hey, did you try that last batch of donuts I gave you? Because I don't know if they're any good anymore. You got to tell me, because I don't
Mhm.
I don't want to, like, I don't have to give you Randy's. I can go back to Krispy Kreme.
Right.
Krispy Kreme have a new menu.
Oh,
I think
really?
they've got 8 new flavors, and they're not temporary seasonal ones. They've got like some new permanent additions.
I don't even know if there's a Krispy Kreme here in Portland. I mean, there might be.
Really?
There might be. I've just never looked it
Well,
up.
there was one in Seattle, so I can imagine there being 0 or 1 in Portland.
Okay.
0 or 1.
I only went to Krispy Kreme once, and that was on Wilshire Boulevard in Santa Monica, West LA, Santa Monica, Wilshire by like 17th or 15th, right around there. And I just got their basic donut, and I thought, just to see what it was, and I go,
Yeah.
well, it's just a donut. But Krispy Kreme people really love Krispy Kreme donuts.
But their basic, their classic glaze
That's what it was. Yeah.
is the best donut. Like between Randy's and all the different flavors and everything, a straight Krispy Kreme glazed donut is very good.
Well, if I ever see a Krispy Kreme, I'll stop. I know Seattle had one. Now that you mentioned it.
Yeah, it's all the way in the south.
I think it was
Very
South downtown area. They call it
Yeah.
Sodo. I think that, yeah.
and soda.
Question from Gampers. Morty, did you ever watch Alf? No, I remember the show. I never watched a full episode. No. I just saw the commercials. It didn't appeal to me.
Been a long time, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't see the point
What I did
of
like
Alf.
about Alf was, like, there was a physics-defying episode where he explained that when he gains weight, he gains it internally. That he externally he looks the same, but he'll just keep gaining weight internally. That it gets denser and denser, and he was like mortally obese.
Oh, because he's an alien thing.
Yeah, he was just scoffing down too much of the bad human food. And
did that show? Did they ever talk about where he was from, like the planet, or why he came to Earth?
He talked.
Why
about
did he come to Earth?
I think it was like Scarfnack or something like that, and he'd always have anecdotes about.
Why did he come to Earth? Did they say that in the show?
I think he was crash landed or something. You know, some derelict from his own planet.
Wow!
You got a super chat from P.
Yeah, I see that here. P Cars, $10 super chat. Thank you, P Cars. Howdy, Morty. Aussie Expat. I finally got my F1 Vegas tickets for 11/22.
Very nice, P Cars. Very, very nice. If you want to meet up, I'd love to. I mean, you got some weird hours to see the F1. I think like 11 p.m., midnight and a half. Yeah, it's going to be quite a weird trip for you. But since I'm no longer a person doing the grind, I'm always happy to meet.
Hey, when I was there October last year, the day I arrived, they still had all these big seating stands up, and there was a big race that just ended. Yeah. Was that the F1 or some other?
Yeah, event? That was the F1. That was the
F1. Because they were removing all the viewing stands and stuff. Yeah,
they're getting a little bit better at getting things up and down, but they've expanded it a lot. So in the first year, there was only like one building in front of the fountains of Bellagio. Now the entire length of the Bellagio fountains is buildings. So yeah, it's getting pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I hope for everyone it's a good experience, including P Cars. I think the actual racing is superb on the Vegas F1 track. I just hope that everything goes well for everyone. It's kind of chaos just from the perspective that, like, they run the race at 12:30 at night. Which is,
really?
Yeah, like 12:30 in the morning. So it goes from 12:30 to like 2 a.m. Just absolutely bonkers.
Wow.
I mean, you question whether or not you need to pay for a hotel room at that point. It's like, well, I'm going to
Well,
be
yeah,
out.
I mean, yeah, yeah. Father Jack also has an alias account, Father Ted, and yeah, so Father Jack has multiple accounts. So we'll just wait on the big reveal there. But anyway, yeah.
I've been working on cutting lots of foam. I'll show you my project box right now.
Oh yeah,
This
yeah,
is full
sure.
of different types of foam: yoga mats, upholstery foam, this NBR foam,
Uh-huh.
and I'm trying my best to make a luxury watch box that is up to my standards.
Hmm. Well, you
No,
made a watch box you showed on the channel some months ago. It had like 16 watches in it or something. It was big.
yeah. So I'm trying to do that, but I'm trying to get it to the like a really nice level, like someone would be very happy to get one, even if they paid like $1,000.
Something of exotic wood and leather kind of thing.
No. I mean, I want to keep it true to sort of like Rolex from that perspective, as in it's not intended to be you're amazed because it's like handcrafted or something like that. Rolex isn't handcrafted,
Right.
but it's just literally the best it could possibly be. Like what I really want is just a watch box that it looks pleasing and there's nothing shoddy about it. You know what I mean? There's no corners cut and it actually works. It protects your watch. You put your watch in there and then you throw it in the bottom of your safe or your vault, and you don't have to worry about throwing another like rifle in the same vault or something and it hits the case and your watches are going to be fine. That's the goal, is that it presents well, no corners cut, and is just a complete tank. You could throw it out of
Right.
the second story bedroom window and nothing should happen to your
Oh,
watch.
there you go. Hey, I want to bring up a picture here. Just give me 1 second. I think I can do this. And what do you think of this watch?
Classic. I mean,
This is a
of course, always looks like
day-date
this.
platinum with a light blue dial.
Yeah, the platinum. Saw one yesterday. The previous generation had the smooth bezel.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, these are classics. These are very under the radar because day date's normally in yellow gold, something like that.
Yeah,
So,
this is on the Rolex website for 65,000.
yeah.
And is this something that you might be interested in?
I'm not a big fan of the day date for myself.
Uh-huh.
I don't have a date just either. I'm really, or an OP. So I'm really in the professional category because I'm a big. I listened to Archie growing up, so he was always Steel Sports Rolex. So
Right.
I've purchased gold Rolex. The next step would be something that isn't even sports, but the day date isn't one that would get me over there. I really love the 1908.
Yeah. I
Like
saw
that.
that one in Vegas. We went,
You did?
yeah.
Yeah, that was the one we looked at.
Which 1908? Gold, platinum,
Platinum.
the
Yeah,
platinum one.
1908 would be.
That's a stunner. It's a stunner.
Yeah, I really like the look of that piece, and it's still a Rolex, so I could play sport with it still, I'm sure.
Wow. You said Archie.
Archie.
That's what those people there say. Archie.
Archie.
Yeah, right. Amazing.
Australians don't have an R in our vocabulary in our.
Yeah, you know what, Archie, in the Australian pronunciation, he says the letter H. I can't really. It's very difficult to me to say. He gives a hard pronunciation on the H, like I would say what would H, like H,
Mm-hmm.
Haych, but it's H.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's a very common mistake taught to us in schools in Australia. Well, I've seen some teachers call it out. I've seen some teachers not call it out, but very common to hear someone say H.
That's it.
Instead of H. Very, very common, and the teachers.
Oh, so that's not really a preferable way to speak that in Australian.
Ultimately, I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
I had a British father, so some of my pronunciations are slightly different.
Right.
I do sometimes emphasize having an R on the end of words
Hmm.
that have an R. So, like most people in Australia would say father, father.
Mm. Mm.
Well, I'll say father.
Right.
So it really depends.
Right. Here's a question from Gampers. Morty, why are 2 of 3 of your dream watches made by Germans? That's strange. Really? Oh, well, I mean, what's the difference? German, Swiss, Japanese? I mean, I like the Laco Bremerhaven. It's not a luxury watch at all, but it's pretty cool. And what was the other one I might have mentioned? Oh, Glasuta Original. That was called the, forgot what it was called. The Excellence, I think they called it. And yeah, and then the other one would have been, I don't even remember. Yeah. Little Dave, good thing you didn't let that guy on, Morty. He just got on Marcelo's stream and used an automated N word on repeat. Yeah, he's a very sick
Ooh.
guy, very sick. And he
Marcelo
offered me
streaming
he,
again.
he offered me 300. Oh, he's back. He's backstage again. He offered me 300 on the last time he popped on backstage. But yeah, no, not interested. I don't take money from members of the Sturmabteilung. So anyway, yeah. So Ozzy, we covered Randy's Donuts, the
Yeah.
Day Platinum. Oh, hey.
She just finished her swimming lesson. So you got a lollipop, right?
What's her favorite donut?
Hers?
Yeah.
Yeah, she likes the spider donut. And they got like an Oreo in the middle and then
Oh,
little chocolate legs around
right.
the white glazed donut.
Right.
Right? You like the spider donut?
What's her dream watch? Glasuta Original, or a Longa, or a Breitling? Yeah. Or too young to know.
She does have a Casio F91W in
That's
a
it. Yeah.
clear pink. And she has a candy pink OP waiting for her in the safe in the bank.
Okay. Yeah. There's a guy backstage who's using the name Beans, and he just typed in, "It's not Uzi," but of course it is. So if you're not Uzi, then you have to tell me who you are and verify that somehow. Otherwise, I can't. I don't deal with those people.
Do you have what's your relationship with Marcelo?
There is none. I mean, he Marcelo no give me $100 my last birthday. He go masturbate himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the
I mean, he
most
pops
part,
in.
I'm pretty neutral on people, but I mean when Archie was in Japan and he
Oh yeah.
basically flipped him off simply because people wouldn't pay Marcelo money to be a host. I felt that's just revealing his true colors, like beyond a character or not. Like it's just that's just
If you had a role, and this is just a hypothetical, not necessarily you, but just your thought in general on someone or a person. If a person had a Rolex collection worth at least 500,000 immediate liquidation value, okay, immediate liquidation value, 500,000 plus, and you went to hang out for them with coffee, they demanded you pay for the coffee and donuts. Would you be interested in that person? Do you think, as someone to hang out with on a friendly basis?
Demands, no. that's not fun. I mean, they can decline to hang out, but demand to hang out.
Oh, it'd be demand.
Yeah.
If you didn't pay, they'd tell you to go masturbate yourself.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Beans is backstage, but I don't know who you are, Beans. You have to give me some identification of who you are in the private chat, or show me who you are on camera. Otherwise, I can't do it. It could be, I don't want to deal with one of those people. Yeah. Anyway,
I just feel that Marcelo's, there's been too many occasions where he has revealed his character, and whether you find him more entertaining than me and Morty, I don't really care.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
I just
yeah,
wouldn't-
exactly. Right.
wouldn't-
Look, if
wouldn't
people want to,
associate
people
with the
watch his
person.
channel, and it's none of my business. If you like his channel, watch his channel. He's popped by here a few times,
Yeah.
on the panel and in the chat. Well, tell me, Beans, tell me some way I can see who you are, and then who you are not, even more important. Or show me 1 second of you on camera, otherwise I can't take the chance.
How do you like my shirt?
It says against all enemies, Democrat and Republican. Well, that makes sense. Sure.
Yeah. Let's go. It's a really good group, the FPC. Firearms
FBC,
Policy
what is that?
Coalition. I like the shirt. Sometimes I feel less against it all than other times. Sometimes I feel a little bit more kinship with my right wing brothers, but other times I don't.
What is FPC?
Sorry?
What is FPC?
Firearms Policy Coalition. They've done a lot
okay.
to secure freedom for the Second Amendment.
Right. There's a group here in Oregon which is very, very good.
SAF?
No, it's called, I just forgot the name.
Okay.
Gun. They do a lot of work in the Capitol in Salem against the
Good.
fascists there who just keep restricting gun rights in Oregon. I mean, it's just, even the Republicans in the state legislature, they're basically Democrats,
Yeah, I cannot believe how bad Washington State has gotten.
Mhm.
It's basically worse than California now, which is crazy. I mean, Maddie, no, come back. Sorry, my daughter's about to buy.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. I got a free trial of something that I didn't want. Great. All right, give me a second.
Yeah. No problem. Take care of it. Yeah. His daughter may have gotten hold of a package of hobnobs or something. Yeah, Marcelo. I mean, I have nothing to talk to him about. I mean, he's been here plenty of times in the past. And if you like a show, watch a show. If you want to send him money, send him money. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like him coming back. I think people need to be reminded that he's been a complete dick to everyone. I say everyone because I don't know who he's actually been nice to.
Well, he's been a dick to me. I mean, he comes over here sometimes and he's been pleasant. Then he goes over there and he's played my stuff, and he's made some stupid comments about me, but that's, whatever. His behavior fluctuates depending upon who he's talking to at the time. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Little Dave, did you see Trump's interview last night on 60 Minutes? It was pretty good. No, I didn't see that. I've
heard about CBS going right wing. It would be interesting.
I'll check it out. I didn't even know he did that, so I'll take a look at that. Yeah.
Do you want the government to reopen?
I want to do whatever Trump decides he wants to do.
That's fair.
Whatever his position is, I'm behind that.
I think it would be epic if we just said the government just stays closed forever. Just close it. Just done.
Well, that's very interesting. I wouldn't go that far at this time to say that, but there are countless people who, countless bureaus and departments that should just be closed permanently.
Yeah, just close them.
And it would only positively affect our country. So some agencies, some programs are essential, and like a veterans hospital and things like that, those must stay open, and be funded. But some things just close them, and the ones that Trump is closing are the Democrat, pork barrel projects that he's just closing them, and they're not coming back.
What has to happen is just say, and no back pay. Like, no back pay for no work done, guys. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, mine saying is most have always had back pay despite not having work.
Yeah, are the members of Congress receiving a salary during the shutdown?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, they're all extraordinarily wealthy, like Bernie Sanders and all those people. But
I mean, I think top salary is like 110,000 or something for a senator.
Well, then how did Nancy Pelosi get a net worth of 400 million or 300 million? Yeah. She'll say it's all her husband, but who told her husband what to buy?
Yeah.
So yeah. The government shutdown does not affect in the negative sense, most Americans, most people are just fine, with the government shutdown.
Yeah.
Some people are affected, and some
Yeah.
people, and like you say, many programs should be closed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the food stamps, I'm not really hard line on that one. A lot of people are hating on the people who get food stamps, and it's not anyone's, how to say, fault for who the government subsidizes and who they don't. There's a lot of people who are on food stamps that do have jobs. I'd say the majority actually have jobs, is quite likely. The means testing isn't, like, for example, next year I could qualify for food stamps probably. I'm not working, but they don't means test. Like, it doesn't matter how many millions you got in the bank, you can still get food stamps.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, there are certainly people that need it, but there are people who abuse that system beyond belief, including tons of illegals who got on the food stamp program through the Biden years.
But yeah, so like, one, illegals shouldn't be receiving handouts like that. But as a citizen who has paid a lot of taxes, I would say I wouldn't be too proud to use food stamps, EBT, or whatever they call it.
I think you should do that. Put on the Rolex gold watch of your choice and go to the food stamp office.
No, 100%. I would totally
claim your benefit if you're entitled to it. Joe Biden wouldn't hesitate for a second to claim food stamps. Even though he steals millions and millions of dollars, stealing. As a trader, I mean, he would certainly go for the food stamp, baby. If he could get that 250 of free food, he would do it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's far more honest than some of the shady government contract BS that goes around.
I
don't know if you've seen the exposés that who's that guy? The Price is My Life. O'Keefe has been exposing.
Oh yeah, he's tremendous.
Tens of millions of dollars. Like, I'm not gonna bemoan anyone getting food stamps. Like, I would have to ask, like, what does abuse qualify for? There's certainly people who are objectionable. But I wouldn't object to a multimillionaire getting food stamps. What's more objectionable is when you see people sort of like extremely proud of their situation. You know what I mean? Like, they haven't earned anything. They're trying to get, I could understand why someone would object to certain people, but I don't think that if the government sets the qualification criteria, they're qualified.
I mean, imagine someone who's a six-figure salaried professor, a real scholar, but a conservative, and they get fired through whatever strings were pulled to fire the guy off of the campus. The next day, he should go in his Volvo and apply for food stamps.
Yeah,
absolutely deserves it. He's entitled to it.
Yeah.
And who knows when he'll ever get a job again as a professor.
Ayn Rand, like, my understanding is that she was on Social Security at the end of her time, and that's the system that we were forced to use. So we use it. It doesn't change where you are philosophically. Like, I always put it that libertarianism is not a death pact. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you can be a $100,000 a week actor on a TV series and you get fired. You can go to the unemployment office the next day, baby.
Yeah.
And you've earned it. You're entitled to it. You don't know when you're going to get working again. So
no, that's absolutely true.
Right.
I mean, the thing that's been very, very clear is that you should not allow your enemies to set the bar for something they don't believe in. Like, they want to use your values against you, but they don't want to uphold your values against them. They're only trying to weaponize the values against you.
That's
so they
true.
want you to be poorer. They want you to be less well off, less happy. They want to have the benefits, but you because of your values will have to suffer. But they would never put themselves to that test. You'll have like people like Warren Buffett saying, I should pay more taxes, but not pay more taxes.
That's like, you're exactly right. That's like those videos people do of they all want unlimited illegal immigration. Everyone's welcome. So they say, okay, how many people can we send to your house? Well, now, wait a minute. What are you talking about? You can't send anybody here.
Yeah.
So I mean,
so for them, they want their virtues and policies enacted only at a public level and not to them personally. But then when you have a view, they only want to apply it to you.
mhm.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you're against government handouts. Why are you getting, the child tax credit? You could just scratch that off your tax return, the child tax credit. It's like, no, this is the system we're in. I, as a libertarian, don't have to pay the most taxes. What sense would that make? You know what I mean? Oh, as a libertarian, I should pay as much taxes as possible. Like, what world do these people think we're living in?
What's your opinion on the death tax?
I'm
Like you die, and you leave money, and those people have to pay tax on the money they just got. You know,
I think it's more complicated than that. For the most part, America's inheritance taxes are actually pretty good.
really.
Yeah, they're not. It mostly just depends on the vehicle that your assets are housed in. Like 401k is the worst. That just basically gets taxed as income if you die 401k. But a lot of the other accounts, there's step up basis, so there's no actual tax to heirs, or at least that's my understanding, and that's what I'm planning.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Gampers, Martha's Vineyard, home of Barry and Big Mike. Martha's Vineyard mobilized within hours to boot the illegal migrants. They're not illegal migrants; they're illegal aliens. To boot the illegal aliens that were bussed over there. That's absolutely right. Obama and Big Mike did not want to share the wealth of their $100 million plus to take care of the illegals that were bussed to Martha's Vineyard. They wanted them off. All those millionaires wanted them out of there as fast as possible.
I heard those. Oh, we're just not set up for this kind of thing.
That's it. That's what they said.
We're just not set up for this kind of thing. It's not. We can't help these people here.
Right.
We're just not set up. We don't have the infrastructure to support them here. I was like, what? You think you can do millions every year to El Paso, Texas?
Well, I didn't see Barry and Big Mike calling up McDonald's and ordering 1,000 burgers to feed the people. 1,000 burgers, 1,000 Cokes, give everybody $100 in cash each, and wish them well. I didn't see them doing anything. Just get them out of there. You know.
I don't even know why they stopped busing them in. I mean, they're trying to bust them out. They should have sent 10 for every bus they send out. They should send 10 times the amount in.
It's correct. They should have.
No, it's like, no, your problem isn't like, and tell them that. You bus one person out, we're going to send 10 more in. So stop busing them out.
The governor of Texas must have thought that. He must have been suggested that idea, you know. But I agree. Just send buses around the clock to Martha's Vineyard and Beverly Hills and Bel Air and New York City.
And just tell them, like, give them like little step ladders. You see any backyards around here that you like?
Right. And give each one of them a Biden Obama T-shirt.
Yeah.
As well, you know.
Yes, yeah. So they can start voting correctly immediately from day one, and tell them like go at it. You can have free reign in this neighborhood. Any land is your land. Just go for it.
And all the house cats, they're available for your fine dining pleasures. Right. Any cats are welcome.
We don't have any private property here in Martha's Vineyard. It's just everyone is kumbaya, and they welcomed you. They welcomed you. Feel welcome.
Right. There you go. Right. Pillsbury, General Mills, etc. ultimately end up with the SNAP benefit dollars.
Right. Exactly. If you look at through some of these people's TikToks and what food they're buying with it, and this is like very stereotypical. I mean, I could buy steak with EBT, but there's a lot of drinks and stuff, and ultimately it's quite clear that this widespread, like, it's at a very high scale, very, very high scale. At this scale, you're talking about subsidizing these food manufacturers to produce all of this food with neon colored
right
easy no cooking skills required.
We want to fatten them up and make them as sick as possible so we can get them on Obamacare and totally control the rest of their lives as they vote Democrat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's propping them up as well as the businesses that are able to employ people who are actually making ends meet on food stamps.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really huge manipulation of the entire economy. What should be done? Who knows? I mean, it's not clear to me that the food stamps are the worst thing in the world.
I mean, I think the food stamp program, considering all the other government disaster agencies and expenses, the food stamps is not even material as much as
Right.
it costs.
Yeah, I mean, it's very in these people's faces. Like they rely on it, and I don't mean rely on it as like, I need to survive. Like I don't think many people like the difference between survival and food stamps is, someone surviving, not surviving is made true of food stamps, but for sure, it's a huge manipulation of the entire system.
Yeah. Campers. Oh, Aussie explained the T-shirt about 20 minutes ago. Yeah.
Oh no, he's just commenting on the whole thing.
Oh, I see. Right. Right.
Yeah. So I got steel. I'll be shooting again. I found my competition timer. So
Oh, yeah.
Can get good. Having fun. Now that I'm retired, found another fellow retiree. We'll go shooting together.
When you go out in the desert, do you drive like a golf cart or an ATV or anything? Dune
No, I
buggy
just have my minivan. So
right.
actually, 2 weeks ago, I had Costco replace my tires, but I went with all-terrain tires for the minivan,
Mm-hmm.
so I can get out there a little bit easier.
Right. One time when I was living in Seattle, I took the bus to downtown to go out to Bellevue to the shooting range I went to, and I was standing on the corner. I had a range bag with me, I had 2 handguns in it and about 400 rounds of ammo. I think 400 rounds, and and the other stuff for shooting. And I thought, well, this is pretty interesting. I'm standing here with the 2 or 3 handguns, about 400 rounds of ammo, just waiting for the bus, minding my own business. And if people knew who were walking by, that I had guns that they can fire on their own and cause mass chaos. I mean, what would happen? But
I've taken that bus.
But nothing happened.
Yeah, I've taken that bus from Seattle to Bellevue. To do a shooting match. So I've done the same thing.
Yeah, it's a different bus company. Route. It's not the it's not the Seattle Metro. It's I forgot what they call it.
Or something.
It's a better bus deal. Yeah,
bigger bus.
Exactly, Morty Bickle. That's it. Yeah, but Travis Bickle. Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to find a rifle for my son, but they don't have it in stock, and I don't want to just order. I normally just order my guns. I sort of have an idea of like whether or not I'll like a gun.
Yeah.
But because it's all about whether or not he can physically, hold it and lift it. It's all about weight and balance. So I really need to find a place that actually has it.
You gonna buy him a 500 Nitro Express or a 4570 government or
no? I think
something mild
or Taurus. Geez, why am I forgetting it? Taurus, not a Judge, a Taurus. What's the one, a 454 Castle? Let's see.
Oh, really?
Raging Hunter.
Raging Hunter? Really?
Taurus Raging Hunter is what I would love.
Wow.
That would be appropriate.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah.
No, it'll be a 22 rifle.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Shorter, so it's not technically a rifle.
Did you ever fire an elephant gun caliber?
No. Absolutely. I'm not really enthused about like, big bore anything, honestly. The largest caliber I have shot is pretty big, and I've shot 50 BMG a long time ago before I even got into guns, but skillfully the only round, the largest round I've shot is a 338 Lapua Magnum, which is it's just a beast, sniper cartridge. And I do mean sniper. I don't mean like, sniper this, sniper that. Everything's sniper everything. No, I mean the 338 Lapua is designed for long range external ballistics and then terminal ballistics to take out people. Like it's built as a sniper weapon. And the 338 Lapua compared to my 308, holy moly, like 308 at 700 yards, you're looking at about 140 inches of drop and a little bit of flight time. So you get, maybe a person or two of wind drift at 10 miles per hour. So you need to really pay attention. So do a 700-yard shot for 308s. It's tricky. But with the 338 Lapua, it was like a laser beam. You just put the crosshair in the middle of the target. It rings almost immediately. It's like
good for taking out Nazis. Really good.
Right.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
But I got no interest in getting 338 Lapua. My gosh, it's geez. I was looking at helping a friend get a elk gun. In Nevada, everything's long range. Not because you want to do it at long range. It's just that the landscape. Like if you had a 2-kilometer gun, you would take it. You know what I mean? It's like the distances are just unlimited. So, but there aren't many calibers beyond 308 that people actually use for hunting. Like I didn't see 338 Lapua as being a common hunting round. I think it comes down to doing some finagling of 30-06, 300 Win Mag, I think 7mm Remington, 7mm PRC. So there's like it's only like 4 more rounds after you go 308, and really the only one you should choose is either 300 Win Mag or 7mm.
It's unbelievable how many calibers there are. When you go to one of the big online dealers and you click ammunition and you could scroll down everything that's offered, it's unbelievable how many. It's just no store can possibly stock everything. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Right. Well, I mean, I guess to lay people, it may seem like kind of crazy, like there being so many different calibers, but the reality is that it's more like Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Than it is like French cuisine, where everything is like a unique and interesting dish. Like there's like a few basic ingredients, and there's a few variations for each ingredient type. Got your casing and your bullet, and between those two, you can mix and match all the different casings, neck them down, all sorts of things, and you end up with a new cartridge. So that's there's a lot of variety. But if you look at what the base case is, like what is the case, where it comes from, is it a 300 case or is it a longer case?
Yeah, well, Taco Bell, everything is the same. I mean, this is not an original thought for me, but it's just obvious. Everything is the same item. You got the beans, cheese, sour cream, hot sauce, and the tortilla. You can wrap it up like a burrito. You can make it a taco. You can make it a platter. You can make it a plate. You can make it a salad. You can roll it up this way. You can make it into a star shape. You can make it into a circle. I mean, it's the same thing. You can make 2 layers of a tortilla. You can put cheese between the 2 tortillas. You can deep fry it. You can cook it. It's just endless. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's gun calibers for you. That's cartridges. It seems like there's an unlimited amount, but the reality is like the underlying components are actually, they're all pretty much the same. It's not to say that the end result is all the same. No, they're not. But the reason for the wild variety isn't like they're doing like hardcore research for every one of these calibers. No, a lot of the calibers exist because of someone in their backyard. They wanted to do something slightly different. There's a lot of calibers that come from just people tinkering.
What's your opinion about the background check requirements for somebody having a fully automatic weapon like a machine gun and do you think they're strict enough? Because there are some really insane people out there who have fully automatic weapons.
Full
Through,
auto.
but after going through the legal obstacle, the legal, hoops and hurdles, they get them, and
Well, that's like full NFA. Like you need to expose your entire life up to the ATF if you do it.
yeah.
But I mean, people can just Temu order, Glock switches all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Glocks were just banned in California because of that evident convertibility. I don't know too much to say about that. I mean, in practice, there are a lot of machine gun Glocks. But from a technical and legal standpoint, I don't think there's a leg to stand on in terms of banning them, as in Glocks, just because someone.
Yeah. Well, if they, I don't know the technical aspect in detail, but if a enthusiast can do that with a Glock, why can't they do it to an S&W or a Ruger or anything else?
They can. It's just the Glocks are just very popular, so you see more from them.
Amazing.
You don't see it on the P320 and the C, but I think there just aren't as many P320s in civilian hands as there are Glocks. I think.
Right.
I think in military and police, the P320 is probably neck and neck with Glock or overtaking it because they do have the military contracts. But it's just prevalence. A lot more people have Glocks. That's
Well, so you going out for a donut later, or you're set for the day?
No, I plan to go into the strip later for dinner. And then maybe meeting up with someone on my Discord. They're here for the car show, SEMA. So we'll see. They've been a little bit flaky.
Right.
And I think
I'll shoot you
purposefully, so I'm not exactly sure.
yeah. I'll send you an email later today about what my new purchase.
Yeah.
Just see if you have any comment on it, and whatever. But yeah, so I'm going to close it up. This has been almost 3 hours, 40 minutes of
Cool.
of the Monday morning love stream. So yeah, and I'm going to have lunch.
Good.
So, all right. Thank you, Alf, for helping on the show. And it's terrific. Did I say Alf? I mean Aussie Expat, right? Not Alf. Right. That was a joke. Anyway, probably not. Thanks a lot. Always great to see you. And thanks for everybody watching the show. And thanks for those who donated some funds for this channel support. Always appreciate that. And I think that wraps it up. Thanks, everybody. See you later. And enjoy that pink watch. It's a stunner.
Thank you.
Or it's a stunner.
Stunner. Steel stunner.
Right, exactly. All right. See you, everyone. Bye-bye.